This is G.S. Mitzelplick, and today I'd like to talk about finding your hidden talents. Personally, myself, I just began acting about 18 months ago. I never aspired to be an actor. Frankly, I never thought I had the right skill set. I hate talking in front of large groups, of more than one, basically. I'm terribly self-conscious, and I forget the name of coworkers and common household objects. But an opportunity presented itself, and it was in a land far away where nobody knew me, so if I bombed, who would know? Now, 18 months later, I'm on my fourth play. I've met so many talented and truly amazing people, and I'm just having such a blast. And now my son just acted with me in a play. Heaven knows he's made some nice friends. Now, one of the things that did help me was I had just been in a presentation skills class at work. There was about 10 or 12 of us, and none of us wanted to be there. We were all deathly afraid of giving speeches and giving presentations, but it was something we needed to do for our job, and it was provided through work. So we all went, and we were all terrible in our first presentation. But the instructor, he videotaped our presentations and then forced us to watch, which was, well, it was very painful, but it was a great learning experience. We're able to see all the little quirks and things that you shouldn't do, that you don't necessarily notice yourself doing until you're forced to watch. And so every time we did another presentation, we got better and better until finally at the end we were all basically pros, and we were all just amazed that we were able to do so much better in such a short period of time. So that's one thing I want to say. If you're thinking about getting into acting, or if you want to improve as an actor, or maybe you want to improve your YouTube videos, just make a bunch of videos of yourself talking and point out all the things that might annoy other people, and just try not to do those as much. It's just a great learning experience. I know personally I still can't stand to see myself in a video, but well, here I am making YouTube videos, so I guess I'm getting better. So the point I want to make is, don't ever assume you can't do something unless you've actually tried to do it. Okay, so what if acting just isn't your thing? Well, there's plenty of other things. Musical instruments, perhaps. How many of you out there have tried and failed miserably at playing a musical instrument? Well, I know somebody who I've met recently through acting, who she's very talented. She can sing, she can play the piano, but she tried to play guitar, and she's getting frustrated at the fact that she wasn't able to really learn it that well. And it got me thinking, because I can play guitar a little bit. But I can't play a keyboard unless, I can use one hand at a time, maybe a little bit, but if I try to do both, no, that doesn't work. And it just got me thinking that all the different instruments out there, they use totally different skill sets, totally different muscles, different parts of the brain even. So if you can't play an instrument, it's not necessarily the fact that you can't play, maybe you're just playing the wrong instrument. So have another go. Or use myself as another example, writing. I've always loved to write as long as I can remember. I've always had a great imagination. The problem is I would start writing, have these great ideas, I'd spend more time thinking about what I was going to write than actually writing, and I would eventually run out of steam. But in high school, I tried a different tack, and I started writing poems, and I was pretty good at that, and I liked it. It was fun. And then after school, eventually I got into writing songs, which I really enjoy. But it still seemed like there was something missing. But after I started acting, I thought, well, why don't I try writing a play? And I recently finished a play, and I am really amazed that I was able to do that. But I guess the point I'm trying to make is, maybe you like to do something, but it's not quite working out. Try a different medium. And it doesn't even have to be, creative things. I mean, you could learn a new skill. You could, you want to become a mechanic or something like that. There's just a ton of information out there at the library, and hello, everything's on the internet these days. So, like I keep saying, just because you haven't tried something, don't assume you can't do it. Now, if you've had wonderful parents and teachers throughout your life, they've probably done a good job at identifying your skills. But even still, they can't find everything. So there's probably something out there you haven't tried. There's other people like you doing the same thing. Just connect through your little social networky stuff. I'm sure you can find people that are starting out, whatever it may be that you want to try. Maybe you're like me again, and you can't dance worth a lick. But have you ever tried taking actual lessons? This is G.S. Mitzelklick saying, put down that phone and go out there and do something creative that doesn't involve copying and pasting somebody else's idea and pretending it's your own.